Hey everybody. So it's been an interesting couple of days. When I was driving the S10 the last time, and really ever since I've put everything in, it's just not felt right. And it was just something I was like, well, maybe it's to do with the tuning, because it does have, you know, cold air, or not really cold air, but it has an intake, you know, for what it needs to be. It has shorty headers, no cats, just muffler. So I was thinking, well, maybe it's just either, you know, getting too much air in and then getting too much air out, and the tune, the stock tune, just, you know, it's trying to compensate. And I was sitting there yesterday and I was messing with it, and I was noticing this sound coming from the exhaust, and it was kind of like a light little pop in the exhaust. And I was like, man, I was like, I know what that usually means. It usually is a misfire. And so I went ahead and in my HP tuners, I pulled up and I was looking at it, and sure enough, on cylinders 2 and 6, yeah, the injectors on 2 and 6 were actually getting like 110 misfires in like a span of like 30 seconds. I was like, that seems excessive. And yeah, turns out that whenever I was putting in this here connection, these brand new ones from this right here, they were so tight that when I went to go push them on, on this one and on 6, one of the pins actually just bent over, or kind of like bent down, so it really was like only getting like partial connection. And so that's where I was getting, that's why I was running. And one of you viewers was actually able to pick up on that in the last video. Skip R, that guy's got a good ear. He was able to pick up that it was sounding like it was on 6 cylinders. And y'all know how videos are, the sound doesn't carry over from real life to video very well. If you've ever tried to listen to an exhaust clip trying to decide what muffler you want to get, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He was dead on. I was down, and I was only on 6 cylinders. I was missing 2 and 6. So I also noticed one thing. You know, I was running those 42 pounders, and I had to have been carboning up those plugs. So I went ahead and picked me up some AC Delco spark plugs. These are just the copper ones. Now they're gonna do just as good, but with the coppers, you're gonna expect to replace them at about 25-30,000 miles. They're not gonna last 100,000 miles or more like the iridiums or platinums. So keep that in mind if you're planning on doing that too. I just like the coppers because, I mean, they're honestly, these were $2.99 a spark plug, whereas the iridiums are like $7-8 a spark plug. So yeah, I always love going the cheaper route, and it's not like I'm losing any spark by going with this. It's just I'm losing longevity, you know. So but I'm gonna go ahead and swap out all these not injectors, but all these spark plugs, because I actually did go in and clean them, but that didn't really, I mean, it helped some, but I think they're already fouled out from those 42s like I was talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace all of them. You don't need to know that. I mean, it's replacing spark plugs. You've probably done it 1,000 times in your life. But then I get to see how it's doing, see if it solved anything. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I've heard, you know, when I first tested it, I was getting some, and so I cleared the error code, and then I restarted it, and now I'm not getting any. And I've revved it. Maybe, let's see here. It actually sounds like it's running on all the cylinders now. I think I'll let old Skip let me know. Hopefully he watches this video. That dude has a great ear. So let me get some better noise for him. Oh, looky there. There we go. Now we're getting the misfires. Yeah, wow, that's a lot. I got 4 of them on 1, 2 still calculating them. I got 1 on 3, 1 on 5. I had some on 6, 7 is still doing it, and 8 has none. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to try to determine whether or not it is a you know, injector or coil. So this one right here, it's pretty easy to mess with. So I'm gonna take this coil pack off and I'm gonna move it over to here, and obviously I'll move this one to here. And then so if it moves from 2 to 4, then I know that it's the coil packs, and I'll go ahead and replace all the coil packs. But if it stays on 2, then I know it's got to be the injectors, because it has new valve cover gasket, new spark plugs, new intake manifold gasket. So now it could be maybe these seals on the I reused these, so they say you're supposed to replace those, so maybe that's the problem. I don't know. So let me go ahead and swap that around. It's got to be the injectors. As you can see, they're just having a good old time. So it looks like I need new injectors. They're not expensive, but still sucks. And I'm just getting all kind of problems now the O2 circuit, no activity on bank 1 sensor 1. Random misfire detected. So that could all be down to O2 sensors, but I'm detecting misfires on individual ones. So it looks like injectors and O2 sensors possibly. Man, I'm just getting, just bombarded with issues now. It's like, oh, you fixed this or that? Well, not anymore. Oh, a little inchworm got stuck on me. I'm trying to help him out here. So the winter freeze apparently did a little bit more than just freeze plug. Let's go check it out. I just found it. I've been wondering where my coolant was going this whole time, and maybe it's been like that since the beginning. But so I'm gonna try to get you a look at it, but you see right up in there, no, yeah, right there. You see that rusty spot? You see the water just dripped out from there? That's a crack in the block. That's a total crack in the block right there. Motor's coming back out. Yay. Yay. I get to get a new engine already. Yay. And hey, I have a car show I was gonna put it in. Well, I was still going to. I have 1 month to pull this motor out, get a new motor in, and hope that it works. So that's gonna have to, I'm gonna have to hopefully find one at Pull Apart or somewhere. It doesn't have to be a complete motor, but it needs to be at least sealed up. Dang. That sucks. 1 step forward, 10 step back. Oh well, we're gonna get it fixed. We're gonna get it taken care of. I ain't gonna let that stop me. It's a bit of a bummer, but yeah, I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I'll have to look into some stuff.